Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Sharice and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy. Good evening.
Oh, good.
How are you doing, Sharice? I talked to you a little bit earlier. You said your head was hurting a little bit.
I have a slight headache.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight. I just wanted to talk about hiring.
I'm
and I
excited
know
about that.
that's one of the things that's in your wheelhouse because you are from, One Woman Show to CEO. And so when do we hire? How do we hire? Like, what advice? So I just, in my last session with my last client, y'all, I love my clients. I really do. But I happened to be talking about something in her business that's similar to my business. And she was like, well, why don't you hire somebody to do that? And like mine just, oh my God, I can't believe I've never thought about hiring that out.
Yeah.
And so I think a bigger conversation than today is that us being in hustle mode, I got to do it myself and not even thinking about, can I hire this out? And then when we talked about it, so as a therapist, depending on what level you are, let's just say you making $100 an hour as a therapist. And so if I'm going to take time out of my practice to go do something, it needs to be paying me at least $100 an hour or I'm losing money. And so what I was talking to my friend about is if, I hire somebody to do this task for $20 an hour, that's still saving me or not costing me as much. And so that's how I got to like, okay, when to hire? How do you get in the mindset? I think that's the biggest thing I want to ask. Like, how do you shift that mindset from I got to do it? Like when she said, when you hire somebody, like when I tell y'all, I have never, ever had that thought before in my brain. To hire somebody to do that. I was like, so like really like just like, oh my God.
A relief. It was a relief. Like, what?
Right. Like, why not? And we didn't even get to the like how to, but it was just the possibility. So, okay. So help us, Sharice. How do we be more in that mindset? How do we realize that we're hustling when we could be hiring? Like,
well, okay, so many layers to that. So for one, that is why you have to truly adapt. Like, hear what I'm saying. And I know, Natalie, we've had this conversation for a while now, but then when it starts to really, resonate and you start to embody it. So the mindset of, oh, I need to hire somebody for that. Like you have to say those words, like that's that reprogramming and that reframing. No, hire somebody. The reason why we couldn't even say it or fathom it, like just
right.
I can't afford to hire anybody.
Yeah.
That's it. You just think you can't afford to hire anybody when, what did you just say? You can afford it.
Yeah.
And one thing for me, when I realized, like, I remember like kind of switching, like having to pay for like PayPal service or Stripe or Square. Like you're gonna pay. There's nothing for free.
Right.
Business, you have to invest in, and you're good. No bank account is free.
Right.
Period. You have to pay for the service. So when you think about anything that you do in business, if you're going to elevate, your mindset has to go to who can I delegate this to?
Oh, okay. That's a word right there. Like that needs to be your next Instagram post. If you're going to elevate, your question needs to be, who can I delegate?
Where will I delegate?
Yeah. So if I'm going to elevate, if you need to elevate, you have to delegate. Oh, that's a word. That's a word for somebody. Like it's a word for me, but that's a word for somebody else.
Yeah. So now I don't think about how am I going to do this. I think about who's going to do this for me. Now, another mindset that I had to move from, which is what we're talking about, it not being a favor or a barter. Everything used to be, I wonder if such and such would do this for me, or I wonder if they'll barter with me.
Yeah.
So barters can be really good if you can find people that you can balance it with.
Mm-hmm.
I've been good with that, but I've still always been the one giving more. And that's because
what
of what
happens to
I
me in
do
barter.
and
So
what
I
I
didn't want to
offer.
do.
You have so much information, but I even learned a lesson in that, and that's probably a different conversation. Do I even want to go here? Let me
because we said we was gonna keep it short and simple tonight. Okay.
Yeah. So with the hiring things, you have to, your mindset has to go, not me. I can't do it. I have to stay in my lane.
Mm-hmm.
I am the base of the business and the face of the business. I can't do one more thing. I have to know how to give this away.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's a good thing. You can't hoard it. You can't hoard the information, and you can't hoard the position.
Right.
You have to let it go. Now, that's when we move into the manifestation part. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, it might not look like I can hire, but you can hire. You're running business. You can hire. You're just still in a certain mindset that feels like you can't hire.
But I think the other thing is, like when like honestly, and I'm working to change this, but when I hear or when I think about hiring somebody, I think I ain't got another $40,000. Like I don't have just, and so one of the things that I'm learning is, okay, where did that number come from? Like what's going on with that? B, is it a way to do it part-time? Is it a way to do it on commission? Is it a way able, like we live in the gig economy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think I forget that specifically because even though we live in the gig economy, I'm not a gig girl. I'm not. I went from corporate America, very structured, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays from 10 to 2, very structured, to working for myself, which was working a lot, but it wasn't a gig. And so I don't think, hey, there's somebody who might be willing to work a gig, and how can I set this job up in a gig format to fit somebody? And so that's another thing that I'm having to work with to really kind of change my mentality on when it comes to hiring. Because I promise you, every time, well, why don't you hire? Because I ain't got $40,000 for nobody. And so
let me share something.
Go ahead.
So my industry is a giggy industry. So I contract, my makeup artists, my photographers, everyone's contracted out per job, right? So that's that. And with the coaching, I have quite a few. It's like I have more corporate people who want to become entrepreneurs, almost to have beauty professionals. So the funny thing is, one of the reframing, most in-depth reframing programs that we've had to go through is hourly thinking compared to value. So I mean, I had been working on one person for years, and she finally was like, oh my God, I get it. I see what you're saying. Because I've been trying to tell her, but you got to come out of the hourly pay, the salary pay. Like, entrepreneurship isn't hourly pay.
No.
At all. Even though you and then you will mess yourself up going in thinking like that, because every program that you put together, you're still trying to put it together by the hour. You will never get paid your worth.
Right.
And you know how I feel about that, Natalie.
Yes, I do.
I don't believe anyone can ever pay you your worth anyway.
Yeah.
Because all the money that you've invested in yourself they just can't pay you your value. So you have to create, that's why you have to create those multiple streams that make sense for your business and your lifestyle and make it make sense. But that's harsh on you when you think hourly. So why not So one of my questions is, when I did hire my social media manager, I asked her, because she was young, and I asked her, what do you need to make a month, right, for your household? And when she told me, I said, oh, okay, we can do that. And this is how we're going to do it, right?
Yeah.
So this is going a little deep, but this is something that you teach. You're going to have to teach and create within your business and the people you work with. First of all, the person that you hire should be upfront revenue generating, period. Okay. They have to help you create revenue. So if they're not helping you create revenue,
right,
you really are, just throwing out cash. I mean, valuable. It's valuable, but why not make it more valuable?
Okay.
So if you're coming on board, your mindset should be, okay, so if I'm going to hire someone, I need you to help me make more money.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay you to help me make more money. So that's also the mindset. Okay. But so I taught her I sent her to make sure I need you to get some skills. It's a couple of skills I need you to get, because I'm going to need you to teach my tribe these skills, and then we can make more money together. You following me? So if she's teaching social media 101 for Gen X female entrepreneurs, that means that you have a class here that we can teach, and then we can evergreen that class and sell it.
Yeah.
Now we're making more money together.
Right.
So the CEO mindset.
The CEO mindset. That's so good. That's so good. So, okay. I don't want you to leave out here with something practical that you can do. So I think what I'm going to start doing is asking myself, probably not daily, but I have a weekly, my 7 R's to productivity weekly. And I think I need to add it in there. Is there anything I can delegate? Is there anything I can delegate? And just asking myself that question. And so hopefully that'll get me thinking about it more. And then on those days that I say, no, I got to do it all myself. Just making sure I'm taking a deep breath and saying, okay, but for real, like for real. And I think that'll be helpful. So I'm going to challenge anybody else out there who struggles like me to I got to do it all. And we don't even realize that we could be delegating these things. It just feels like something we have to do. I got 20 tasks to have to do. I'm really going to have to get purposeful about going through my task and saying, can this be delegated? Can this be delegated? Can this be delegated? As opposed to, I just got to do it. And let's put all of the monkeys on our back and run the race. So, yeah.
Now, I want to hold some next level accountability. I keep hearing you say hopefully. And we're not hopeful. We know.
Yeah.
So, but that hopefully and prayerfully, and I wish that's still in a space of wanting and desiring. And we have to be in a space of knowing. We have to know, that now you have the information that downloaded to you, because you've been knowing this. You just need to be reminded that, I can delegate and I can hire.
Yeah. I don't know if I've been knowing that though. I guess it's hitting me differently now just because I got a lot going on. It feels like.
Right. It's just hitting you different because you're in a different space and capacity. And there's nothing hopeful about that. That is certain. Knowing that I need to delegate and hire is very certain. And knowing that I can afford it is certain.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It is happening now.
It is happening now.
Yes. The person who is made for you, created for you to hire, they are coming into your realm. They're probably right there, a phone call away. You just have to recognize it and see it, with all the wisdom, all the experience that you have, you'll be able to identify the person. So even if that is a person that someone recommends, hey, my assistant, my past assistant is looking for a position. Take the interview and learn something from it. If it's not the person, you'll know and move forward. Could be a person for another position.
Right. You never know. Because
as CEOs, that's what we're here for. Like, oh, you'll be good. I could train you. I know.
Yeah, that's really good. Like I read a hiring book one time. So y'all, you hire slowly, you fire quickly. But but basically one of the main takeaways from that book was you need to always be hiring. Like you need to always be looking, and as you're talking to people, kind of developing a little Rolodex for yourself. Y'all don't even know what a Rolodex is, do y'all?
Yeah, so, I know.
You need to be delicate. I was like, I don't even know the last time I seen a Rolodex. But you always need to be kind of categorizing and getting people's information and keeping it in a way in which, okay, when you do need to hire, you know, you can go back and say, oh, I talked to someone, so I remember they might need to be good. Okay. With that being said, anybody who's looking for a job, 70% of jobs come from somebody you know. And so if you are looking for a job, you're like, but I done filled out 1,800 million thousand applications.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done 30% of the work. Wonderful. Now I need you to go out and meet somebody. I need you to be in a networking group or meeting or event every day. That's a wonderful thing about being in the city of Atlanta. Yeah. And if you're not in the city of Atlanta, they have so many online networking meetings. But Atlanta's forever having a grand opening. Come see our new building. Come do this. Let's meet and network around this. And so you got to be out there meeting people. So
true.
Okay, that's my 2 cents for tonight. And thank you. That was really helpful.
Yeah, that was good and impactful. Maybe we should extend this conversation next week.
I think so, because you were gonna talk about something. I was like, don't go there, because we wanted to keep it short and sweet. What part was that?
Yeah, so it'll be 2 things. Number one, gosh, it just escaped me. Creating the money from within, right?
Yeah, that's really good.
So when you might not want to disclose it to the person that you're thinking of hiring, but in your mind you're thinking like, oh, they have this skill and that skill. We can collaborate and we can teach together. Yeah. My mindset is always, oh, we can teach a class. Oh, we can do a program. Oh, we can do an event together. That's where I create my money from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where a lot of people, especially if you come from corporate America, like my cousin, she goes and gets another job. And I just have to really bite my tongue because I'm like, gosh, that's what she knows. Her extra money comes from another job. And I'm like, girl, do you know what you can do with those hours?
Right. Right.
Making, $18 an hour, which might be good money for some people. My mindset is not set up like that.
Yeah.
So creating the money from within, making sure that they are revenue generating hire.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the other one is wait a minute. No, this doesn't have anything to do with hiring. This is something else. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna leave that alone because I want to talk about creating revenue within the current clientele with your new skill set.
Ooh, that's really good. Oh, that's really good. Okay, write that down or send me a text on that, like right now.
Yeah.
And while you do that, I'm so close to having the link up for my conference. I just have to, it's just some final touches we got to do. So I hope to get that out because I wanted to have it out by last week, but then I got distracted actually trying to hire a new social media person. And so I kind of let that project go by the wayside for 3 days. And now it's like, oh shoot, keeping all of the balls in the air. So, and Sharice, where we at with yours and your link? Okay. I got you.
Did you hire a new social media person?
I am in the process of interviewing.
I have someone for you to interview. Okay.
Okay.
I think they would be worth it.
Okay. All right. Send them, literally tell them to text me.
Yes, I
Because
will.
I'm literally I want to have all the interviews done by Thursday. So what's today?
Okay.
Tuesday. So they
Yeah.
need to, ideally, I would like to interview them tomorrow or
Okay.
Thursday at the latest.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So I moved my date to November
Okay.
18th, 19th. There was something that came up that weekend, the 11th
Mm-hmm.
and 12th. I had to whole shift it, but I got almost 30 confirmations of people who want to attend.
Oh wow.
I lost 2 attendees because of the date, but
The
it's
shift of the
okay.
weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
no biggie. Because my thing is I have to pull the trigger. I hate to say it like that, but I don't even really care what it looks like. I got to pull the trigger on an event.
No, that's a thing.
I have
Like
to pull
I'm with you on that. Like because it comes a point where it's like I've been talking about this so long. I just need to get it done. Like I don't even need it to be done well. I just needed to get it done because there is something about doing the thing that breaks something, and then we do it now. We do it better later. But it's like sometimes like there's a threshold or a glass ceiling or whatever that you just like okay. At this point I just got to do it so I can have it done and we can do it better. So I get that.
I'm tired of talking.
Yeah.
And so when I had the conversations and was shifting people, I was almost surprised at how many people were okay with the shift. And then, the couple of people who weren't, but my key people were good. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So that's now good. We can get the rocking and rolling.
And I think I got to work all that weekend. I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay. Because I'm taking off that week of Thanksgiving and that runs it. And so I set it up. I'm so sorry.
It's okay because it's going to be some back-to-back. I got a series going on with the program. So it's so okay. Trust me, you won't miss one thing.
Okay, cool. All right. And if I can figure out somehow how to finagle it, I definitely will.
Yeah, so, I think it's gonna be better once you see the actual information, you can embody it better and say, oh, well, maybe I can, but until you get tangible information, it's kind of hard. So
I got it.
All right, ladies.
All right, fabulous people. We love you guys. We want the best for you guys. And y'all have a good night.